Hi, everybody. Uncle Rich here. It's another Monday night in Danbury. Tonight's show is number 18. Today is June 17th. It's 2013. And tonight's show is named Mayor Mark. You can say Mayor Mark.
What do you off the mark or on the mark?
Rich, what do you mean Mayor Mark? Well, I'm talking about the mayor of Danbury, my new best friend in the whole wide world. I sat down with him on Saturday. They had a meet the mayor, and I went in and I talked to him, and I want to tell you, he was a real gentleman. You know, as we go through life, there are different things that you start to learn, Like a prime example would be, especially when I was teaching the Boy Scouts, I would teach them lefty loosey, righty tighty. I mean, what made more sense than that? Something you'll remember for the rest of your life. Another saying is, the grass is greener on the other side. When it rains, it pours. Every cloud has a silver lining. Let me ask you a question. Who said that's one small step for man, one giant step for mankind?
Yogi Berra. Wasn't it?
Dave, this is a question for the people at home, not for you.
Oh, it's one giant leap for mankind.
One giant leap for mankind. Now, Yogi Berra is the one that said, nobody goes there anymore, it's too crowded.
Oh, that was some restaurant in New York.
All right, so it was Neil Armstrong said that's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. All right, now I'm going to make it easy for you. Who said, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country? I think it would be safe to say that everybody would fondly say that was President Kennedy. I mean, that was probably one of the most stirring speeches ever given. Now I'm going to ask you one other question. I want you to see who said this. Solar City is worth checking out, and I think it's a good idea. That was Mayor Mark Boughton. When I spoke to him at his office, we talked about that, and I said to him, Mayor, I have an idea that will make you the most popular mayor in the United States. And I laid my cards on the table, and I tell you, he was impressed. And, he's not condoning solar panels, and he's not condemning them. And I told him, I said, Mayor, there's a referral program for putting in solar panels. And I said, what we could do is we could take that referral money and we could put that towards the city of Danbury. But tonight what I want to do is I want to demonstrate how we can use local access community TV. And that's why we're here. I mean, this is free to the citizens of Danbury and I guess anybody else in the franchise. And the reason why, it's not Comcast in their good graces. They're not doing this for hearts and flowers. This is part of their franchise agreement. So they have to give studio time to people. And we want to take this studio time and we want to use it to the advantage of the people of Danbury. It's really simple. All right, now, a lot of times on this show, I like to start off, in a patriotic mood. We like to show the American flag blowing in the breeze. Look at that, huh? Now, what's the one thing when you look at that flag and you see that blowing? What do you think about? You think about patriotism. You think about pride. You think about honor. you think about that, everything that we've done. That's right, Mom, Chevrolet, and apple pie. And look at that wind blowing. And when the wind when the winds of change blow, some people put up walls. Other people put up windmills. We're putting John to the test over here with the windmill graphic. Come on, I know you can find it. But guys, what is that showing you right now? Free energy. When you look at that, isn't that beautiful? That little kid out there with the windmill, no carbon pollution. Now remember, when you see that flag blowing in the breeze, and John, I want you to come back to me now. When you see that flag blowing in the breeze, what's the one thing you want to do? You want to scooch the person next to you, and you want to say, hey, what does that flag represent? And the answer is free energy. And why aren't we capturing that free energy, harvesting that free energy, and using it? I mean, we've got the power of the sun and the wind. And you know what? When we use these resources, the one thing that we'll never, ever have to do, we'll never have to send any of our kids off to fight wars over wind or sun. We got so much wind and sun, we don't know what to do with it. We can give it away, it doesn't matter, take it. Hey, you want, take more. Take sun, we got more than we need. In 1 minute, 6 hours, the sun gives us enough energy in one day to run the whole planet for a year. What more do we need to know? We don't. We need to take advantage of it. So I want everybody to think of free energy when they see the flag blowing in the breeze. And I tried to come up with a new term, and it's frenergy, free energy. So when anybody says, hey, that's frenergy, I want to take advantage of that friendly energy. And you know, guys, I took this one step further. I figured I'd come up with a new part of the of the national anthem, you know, but aha, it's been a while, so how does that go again? Oh, say, okay, here we go. How come I don't see no windmills blowing for the land of the free energy? Oh. And the home of the, you better come back to me, and the home of the wave. So when they're singing that at Yankee Stadium tomorrow, you can thank me, you know? Hey, I tell you, with me, you should see me dance. I tell you, it doesn't stop with me. All right, now, tonight what I want to do is I want to show everybody the benefits of solar energy. And you know, there's been a lot of soothsayers and a lot of, climate deniers that think, Uncle Joe sent me a report. He says, you know, Rich, you're getting involved with this solar energy, and did you know that it takes 11 years just to get back the energy that it takes to make the sun? And I said, Joe, where are you getting your information from? Who told you that? What are your sources? So what does Uncle Joe do? He proudly pastes his source of where he got the information from. And I guess it was Judy from Nebraska, because there was no name, there was no date. Somebody called in from ask.com or something, typed it in, and people take it as verbatim fact. And this is the thing that we want to fight again. All right, now we're going to come up with the first real video, and we're going to start off with a bang. So I want everybody to step right this way. Guys, tonight I'm gonna be your guide. That's right. I tell you, I wear a lot of different hats around here. If I take my hat off, I'm not gonna blow up the cameras, am I? Maybe I should do it
Find
soon.
out.
So, all right? Like I said, guys, hey, look at this. We'll put this on Buddy, right? So this way we don't miss a beat. Okay, up, now we screwed everything up.
Tilted Mark.
Gotta change hats, can't be a tour guide without a tour guide. All right, now, you know, the Beatles changed the culture of America. I mean, it was very, very simple. You know, there's nobody can deny it. What they have done and what they have accomplished and the success that they achieved. Nobody can ever take that away from them. And you know, they changed the culture and they created a revolution. Well, we want to create a revolution tonight, but we want to create a revolution that's more of a revelation revolution, because we want to teach you about the benefits of solar energy tonight. You know, there's nothing magical about solar power. There's nothing mystical about it. It's a gift that we have to take advantage of. And why we're not taking advantage of it is beyond me. Now, tonight we're going to supply you with something that the conservatives hate. The thing that drives conservatives crazy. Facts. That's right. We're going to show you facts. And we're going to take all the naysayers and all the climate deniers and all the boneheads that think that solar energy doesn't work and it's not profitable, and we're going to actually show you a house where it was put in. We're going to show you the facts and figures, like I said, you know, and we're going to tell you why I'm prepared to do what I'm going to do. Now, getting back to the mayor, you know, when I went to meet the mayor, I mean, I've never been politically involved in my life. I mean, 2 years ago, I didn't know what left and right was. I honestly didn't. And I didn't care, you know, but now it's important to me. So anyway, when I saw the thing for Meet the Mayor, you know, the only thing I could think of was, you know, when you go to meet him, you know, like Mel Brooks, you know, in Blazing Saddles when he had Gov written on his back. You know, so I figured I'm going to go up to town hall and the mayor is going to have mayor written on it. And I didn't know what to expect. So anyway, let's take a look at my anticipation and then we're going to tell you what actually happened in town hall. John, hit it.
Governor!
Volume, Kurt.
Official business, sir.
Is it important?
It's very crucial.
Be with you in a minute. Throw something on and stay in that position. Oh, sorry, gentlemen. Forgive me, I was just walking the parapet. Yeah, taking a look around. What can I do for you?
Governor, as per your instructions, I'd like you to meet the new sheriff of Rock Ridge.
I'd be delighted. Wow! I've got to talk to you. Come here. Have you gone berserk? Can't you see that that man is a nit? Wrong person. Forgive me. No offense intended. Have you gone berserk? Can't you see that that man is a nit?
Don't worry, sir.
Well, Headley, I've always trusted your judgment before, but haven't you taken a giant leap away from your good senses?
Please, don't fly off the handle, sir. I am about to make you an historic figure. Maybe even get you a cabinet post.
What cabinet post?
Yes.
Did you say that?
I said that.
Wonderful.
Yes, the first man ever to appoint a black sheriff. Just think, sir. Washington, Jefferson,
Lincoln.
Lieutenant! Oh. Sir, you have the seeds of greatness in you. Nurse them. Caress them. Pour water on them. Don't shortchange yourself, sir.
It'll never work. It'll never work. They'll kill him dead one day.
One day is all we'll need to secure your name in the annals of Western history. And to get for you a nomination for, dare I say,
Dare.
the presidency. Hail to the chief! Hail to the chief! Rum dum da dum dum da 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 da. Rum dum di da rum di dum da dum da da.
407 years ago, our forefathers brought forth on this...
Bill, are you coming back?
In a moment, dear. Gentlemen, affairs of state must take precedent over the affairs of state.
Yes, of course, sir. We understand.
Will you make all the arrangements?
I will make all the arrangements.
Especially the funeral. Good luck, boys. Wonderful working with you. Good luck.
Isn't he a blast? I mean, now, Mrs. Mayor, I just want to tell you, there's no curtains in the mayor's office in City Hall. And there was no secretary at the desk. There was a nice guy, PJ. So, but guys, what I said to the mayor was, the solar companies are coming around and they're starting to make a drastic difference. And you know, I said to the mayor, I said, Mayor, this company offers referral fees. And I said, what we could do is we can band together as a community and take the referral fees that the company pays, and we could pay it back to the city of Danbury. Now, if we can close in, whoops, Judy, this might be a little tricky, but if we can close in over here on this yellow block down here. How we make it out with that, all right? Maybe we don't have to get too close. But what the company says they will do is they will offer a referral fee of $400 for each home that gets solar power, and they will offer a $1,000 referral fee to each business that gets solar installed. So, you know, I looked at that and I said, why don't we take advantage of that as a community? We can work together and we can get this town into a feeding frenzy when it comes to solar. Now, the one thing that a lot of people don't know about Danbury is Danbury was the first city in the state of Connecticut to get cable TV. Why? Because before cable, you got channel 3, 8, and sometimes maybe 20 if they were on the air. And that was it. So everybody welcomed cable TV with open arms. And that's what brought me to Danbury. I came up in '76 from New York. They said, hey, we're going to transfer you to Danbury. I said, Danbury? I said, isn't that where they have the fair? And nothing else? And then, well, but anyway, so I came and I've been here ever since. You know, I used to work for Comcast. Well, back then it was teleprompter. And I think when I first started, we only had like 6 or 7 channels. But you know what? That was a 90% improvement. And people were happy. But the thing was, it was done, it was so unorganized, and you had people tripping over it and guys that didn't know what they're doing. But, you know, we're going to show you in a video later, we actually go to a house where solar panels have been installed. And, well, I kind of screwed the videos up, but, I mean, when you see what they did, you go, wow. I mean, this is the real deal. This is the real McCoy. And, guys, so what we want to do is, what I really want to try to do in the city is take advantage of the companies that are out there. And, of course, there's a lot of different companies. And I can't show favoritism. But so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to show what one company does without mentioning any names, and then you'll get the idea. You can start to get a flavor for it. And, you know, when I'm saying to myself, you know, when I said to the mayor, I said, Mayor, I said, you know, if we were to hook up 250 homes with solar power at a $400 referral fee each, guys, that would be $100,000. Think about that for a second. Think about handing the mayor a check for $1,000 and saying, Mayor, and we'll call the shots because we're giving them money. We tell them where to spend it. The first thing we want to spend it on is we want to make sure that every child has a healthy meal before they go to class in the morning. We want them to have full bellies while they're sitting in class so they can learn and they can understand. The second thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that every senior citizen has a good hot meal every day, whether we got to bring it to them or not. These are the things that we have to do. And once we start to do this for the community, and everybody starts to see, and we get a swell of pride, and everybody says, hey, I'm getting on board. I'm getting behind these guys. I want to take advantage of the gift of the sun. And later on, I'm going to give you a phone number. You can call them. And what they do is, I tell you, the way this company or the companies figure out the solar panels is it's very simple. They use satellite technology. And if you look over here, and Judy, we'll try to get this, and this is going to be a little challenging, guys. So if you look, this is a house in New Fairfield. And what they did was they took satellite pictures of the house, and they put the impressions of the solar panels, where the solar panels should go. And this is, guys, this is all according to the orientation of the sun. You know what I mean? Depending on which way your house faces, you know, sometimes you can be in an optimal position, you know, and don't quote me, but I'm going to say maybe you're facing south or south, I don't know. You know what I mean? But what they can do is they can take a picture of your house. And then after they take a picture of your house, once they figure out how much electricity you use, they can build a system and figure out, according to your roof line, how much power you can generate. And if you look at this house, you'll notice that 81% of the power being consumed by this house is being generated by the sun. Can you imagine that? It's free. It's free. Now, the way this works is, and when I went up to the lady's house, I thought that when you generated too much electricity, the meter was supposed to run backwards. Well, no, that doesn't happen anymore. What they do is they have an arrow on the meter, and we're going to show you later in the video. And if the arrow's pointing towards the street, that means that you're creating more power than you're using, and you're giving it to the grid. So actually what you're doing is you're pumping electricity to your neighbor's house. That's right. That's right. So you know what? I was talking to somebody and the guy says, you know, I don't know about those solar panels. They look unsightly, and I just, you know, what happens in 10 years from now when the trees grow up? And I looked at him and I said, you know, have you ever seen a good-looking coal mine? Have you ever seen a strip mine where they took the tops of mountains? Would you rather see that than solar panels on somebody's roof? And you know what? As I was walking away, I'm saying, you know what? This guy is paying for his power from CLMP. So every month, he's writing a check to CLMP. When he gives that check to CLMP, CLMP then gives a credit to the person who owns his house. So in essence, the next door neighbor who was giving me the business about the solar panel, he's the guy that's actually paying for them. That's right. So now every night when that neighbor comes home, they can wave to, thanks for paying my electric bill. And finally they'll wise up and they'll say, you know what? I better get these things put on my roof so that I can wave to my neighbor and say, thanks for paying my electric bill. But guys, this is the way it works. And you know, of course, people are watching Fox TV, and let's face it, everybody knows if there's one thing I love to do, it's I love to hate Fox News. But I'm going to try to keep the bitch slapping to a minimum from now on, because I think we've really got something that we can really get our heads around, and something that we can really benefit the community by. And I mean, could you imagine, first of all, let's think about it from a logistic standpoint. You know, when we were installing cable, we had trucks all over the place. You know, we could do the same thing with solar. Can you imagine going down Smith Street and seeing 3 solar trucks on Smith Street, and then you turn the corner and you go to Jones Street, and there's 2, and you have different crews. You have the engineers, and you have the guys that got to put the brackets on the roof, and this is quality work. This is not Joe Blow. We can't bring people over from China to put this stuff on the roofs. This will be jobs, good quality jobs that will employ our kids. Instead of fighting wars, they'll be out there fighting the elements and putting this stuff on roofs. And you know what? 10 years from now, they'll be able to pass by the houses where they put the panels on the roofs, and they could say, you know what? I did that. That was my contribution. That's how I contributed to this country. And all the referral fees that we got, and all the people that got full bellies and got smart, and the senior citizens that for once had something to smile about. Why? Because we have a gift from the sun. That's why. So let's take advantage of it. Now, once again, we're going to try to go deeper into it. So we're going to show one clip that was professionally done. And I don't want nobody to insult me, but when you see what I did, you got to watch it sideways. But anyway, we're going to run one clip, John, and that's clip number 5. So, John, if you can hit us with that, and this will be the...
Lyndon Rive. I'm the CEO of Solar City. Your friends and neighbors are going solar. Perhaps it's time for you to consider solar power as well. When you choose to install a solar system for your home, you're taking the first step towards regaining control of your energy costs without making any changes to your lifestyle. You can enjoy the knowledge that you're drawing power from the sun, helping to create a brighter and cleaner future. There has never been a better time to go solar, and Solar City makes it simple and affordable.
From design and installation to rebate administration and system monitoring, our proven solar technology and comprehensive suite of services can cost less than your current electricity bills. If you're ready to go solar, we're ready to help. All you need is sun on your roof. Solar City uses photovoltaics, or PV, to capture sunshine and convert it into usable energy. Solar energy can power everything you plug in your home, from the dishwasher to your cell phone. Solar energy is clean and non-polluting, unlike fossil fuels, which pollute the air and cause greenhouse gas emissions. So you can save money and improve the environment at the same time. PV panels are installed on your roof, and during the day they absorb sunlight to create solar energy. This is then converted into standard household electricity to power your appliances, electric car, pool pump, or anything in your home. When your solar system produces more power than you need, the meter literally spins backwards, feeding the excess electricity onto your utility company's grid to be sold at high rates and earning you credits during daylight peak hours. During nighttime hours, you simply draw electricity from the utility company at off-peak low rates, earning you cheaper electricity and savings each month. When you switch to solar, you can also save money through federal and state government financial incentives. Solar City will help you determine which program best suits your needs. One of our representatives will track down all of the programs that you qualify for and complete the paperwork and associated forms necessary to maximize your savings. Solar City is committed to energizing our world with clean, affordable energy. And we have the experience to do it. We've installed solar systems in over 1,000 homes and businesses, including the eBay campus, which is the largest commercial solar installation in San Jose. From design and permits to installation and monitoring, Solar City is with you every step of the way. And our customer service during and after your system is installed is unparalleled. SolarCity is the only installer to offer zero-down financing with a solar lease or a power purchase agreement. This is a revolutionary and affordable way for homeowners and business owners to go solar. Instead of paying a huge upfront investment, you simply pay SolarCity a low monthly bill. And because you lock in a low rate for solar electricity, your savings will grow every year as utility rates continue to rise. If you're worried about aesthetics, don't be. Your solar panels will be elegantly suspended, so they blend seamlessly with your roofline. And there's no reason to be concerned about installation and standard repairs either. With Solar Lease, these are included free. Call SolarCity or visit our website to schedule your free no-obligation consultation. To get started, one of our friendly solar consultants will do an initial assessment over the phone using satellite imagery and information provided from your recent electric bill statements. Next, we'll schedule a free evaluation, which includes a thorough analysis of your energy usage and a sun exposure study. We'll then provide you with a customized environmental and financial analysis for your review. Once we design your system and begin the installation process, a customer care representative will be assigned to you and will keep you informed every step of the way. At any time, you can log into a personalized account on SolarCity.com where you can check the status of your job, review and approve your system design, and schedule the final installation. After your system is installed, we'll continue to monitor it 24/7.
Oh, hey, that was Judy. That was Judy, everybody. You got a peek of Judy.
Not from Nebraska.
And she's not from Nebraska. All right, guys. Now, what I'm going to try to do is, and, I'm not a salesman for the company. I'm not. And I've never been trained by them or briefed by them or anything. The only thing is I'm reasonably intelligent and I think I can read pretty well. So if we can get Judy back in here because we're going to be doing some shifting around with the cameras. So anyway, once again, earlier we spoke, that they were going to be getting, 81% of their power from the sun. And if you look over here, this is their actual, I better get closer here. This is what they're paying now, and this is what they will be paying when when they have solar installed. Now, their monthly bill, their average monthly bill is $113 a month. Their average payment to CLMP is $13.58 at 15 cents a kilowatt hour. So their bill would drop to $22, plus there's a charge for the service. So we'll show you that. I got to flip that over. But virtually, everything is guaranteed. Like I said, it's all installed by, these are the serious licensed electricians. But let's look at the different, because what you can do here is they have a different program, and I'm sure all solar companies do, where you can, you can buy outright, or you can lease, or but we're going to start at the top. So what we'll do is, if you look at this one that says solar PPA, we're doing good. Okay, great. You'll notice that they put down zero amount of money. Zero money came out of pocket when they had the system installed. And the way they're able to do that is because there's government rebates, CLMP offers rebates. But if somebody comes out to your house, they'll explain all this to you. But you can see, they actually put down no money, and when you see the system, you're going to be blown away. Or you could have put down a small deposit, $2,800, and then you could see. Now, guys, what you might want to do is, and like if you're watching this on YouTube later is, you can just freeze the frame, and you can get an idea of the way the different plans work, but it's more or less a 20-year commitment. And then you say to yourself, well, Rich, I don't know if I'm going to be in my house 20 years. Well, you probably won't. But look at the value that you're adding to your home. And I mean, somebody would be foolish to say, I don't want that house with the solar. I don't want to pay for cheaper electricity. I want to pay more money and burn fossil fuels. Of course not. So I mean, these guys have pretty well, nailed everything. And remember what brought me to this company. And it was the show before, show number 17 with Elon Musk, with SpaceX and Tesla. And now he's involved with this company. And guys, like I promised the mayor, I said, Mayor, we're going to make you proud. And the one thing he said to me very, very candidly was, Rich, show me the money. And guys, I really want to show him the money. So, I mean, if somebody is thinking about this, and if somebody really is considering solar, now is the time. And what you can do is you can call up. You can call up any company. You can call up Ralph Solar Power. I don't care who you call. Of course, you want to call the most credible. But what they'll do is they'll take a satellite picture of your house. And this way you can have a fair evaluation if this is right for you or not. I mean, it might not be right for you. With me, I've got some serious issues. When we bought our house, the reason why we have a big, beautiful maple tree that shades our house. We hardly ever use the air conditioners. 2-3 times a year, that's it. So now if I go solar, I've got to make some changes, but of course it's going to be a lot cheaper to run the air conditioners. And there's a lot of other things, and there's other benefits, not last year, but the year before, we went 5 days. 5 days without electricity. You know what it's like to listen to a generator for 5 days? Ay, 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 ay. But with solar power, guess what? When the grid goes down, you're still producing electricity. Your regular appliances are all still gonna function. All the stuff that's in your freezer is still gonna be okay, as long as the sun's shining. There are. But anyway, who knows? Maybe these companies will get into windmills. I know my buddy William, who helps me with my computer, he's always talking about windmills. And anyway, what we want to do now is we're going to actually take a peek at the video that I did where I actually went to this house, and this is the house in New Fairfield. So what we want to do is we want to go, and guys, I've used my video recorder. I've used my recorder on my phone, but I've always watched it on my phone, so it never really mattered to me. Well, I was holding the camera the wrong way. So you gotta turn your head sideways when you watch the video. So this will be good exercise. Hey, it ain't easy being me. But you know what? I tell you what, I think you're gonna get a kick out of the video, and I tried my best, so John, let's roll, let's see what happens. All right, guys, I'm at, this is on I-9. So we're looking at the solar panels that were installed by Solar Ridge, and we're not gonna give the address, but you could see it.
Solar City, not Solar Ridge.
What am I thinking? Solar City. And here's let's see the, can we show the pamphlet that they?
Yep.
This is what they actually.
I'll put my hands on there.
Yeah, so is there a phone number? Because I want to see if I can get the phone number in there.
There is.
So that if somebody wants to get some information,
Yep, well, they can just go to Solar City online.
There you go. I'm just going to try. But isn't it great? All right, so now can we walk into the garage and
Well, now wait a minute. So let me tell you what happened.
beautiful.
So I
Keep
called
going.
Solar City. Let's go through the steps. And they said they have 4 different ways to do this. No money down, $500 down, pay part of it or pay all of it.
Thank you.
And
Thank
that's
you.
how the government comes in. Obviously, I don't have the money, so I paid $500.
Okay.
So you get a little bit.
Can we walk towards
more.
the, because I
Yep.
want to, as you, but keep going.
So then
just
they
wanna show
select
that what they
and
did
the girl, The
inside.
salesperson comes over, and she comes in a little Solar City.
They
green
did all
car.
of this. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I just want to show. Look, they duct sealed everything.
Yep.
All right. So, I mean, this is no shortcut. I mean, obviously, if it would be a brand new house, it'd be a horse of a different color. But
And this is my favorite.
oh, now this is. Look at
This
this.
is the CLMP had to bring this as a special one that goes. When it goes this way, it's solar, and when it goes this way, it's CLMP.
Get out of here. So
Yep.
what are we
See,
doing?
This is going this way. See how it's pointing this
Right.
way? Solar.
So we're putting.
And
we're
so if there
putting
was no
power
sun
in.
out, it'd be pointing this way.
So right now we're feeding the grid.
Yep.
Get back. Get out of here. Are you serious?
No, it's solar power, yep. That's my,
so-
let's
so-
come down and watch it.
So you're making. So you're making money
I
by
haven't
selling.
noticed it yet, but I have noticed a reduction in my electric bill. But I still pay Solar City a certain amount a month, so.
Gotcha. And let's go look at
And
the.
that's for the rental fee, because this is really leased.
This is leased. Okay.
You can buy it, but it's like $30,000.
And this is part of it as well, right?
This is all of it and that. This and this are all of it.
So they came in and they did all of this.
Right.
Okay.
They hook it
And
up to your electricity.
what is this?
That's for my pellet stove.
Okay. So look at the. So they labeled everything. What a beautiful job. Look at this.
They did a wonderful job.
And
This
were they-
is my
were-
panel box.
And they were gentle. Were they local guys? Do you know?
Well, they were local and they were from Connecticut. They were from Hartford.
From Hartford.
You
Okay.
get people coming from Albany. It's amazing. I
Okay.
think the lady who sold it to me came from, I think she came from Stanford, I can't remember.
Wow. I'm going to stop this now. But
Okay, good. Now,
I just want to. All right, now, I apologize, guys. From now, but trust me, from now on, I'll know how to hold the camera. And in the future, I promise. I mean, this was spur of the moment. I was so excited, And I tell you, this, with solar power, it's, I'm so excited about this whole thing. It's like I'm an expectant father again. I mean, there is such potential. And when I think about what we can do and how we could put the kids to work and, how we can, I mean, what a win-win situation for everybody in Danbury. I mean, the community, with the mayor standing behind us and making sure, that everything runs smoothly and we take advantage of everything that we have to offer here. All right, now once again, I want to get back to the different plans. But like I said, when you guys, if you have more time, but just look at the difference, between the different plans. This is the one where she actually put, no money down. So with the no money down, her monthly payment for the solar panels was $67, and then her new lower CLMP bill was $22. So actually, her regular bill was, I think, what was it, 113? Yeah, 113. So she's saving money there. Now let's face it, you're not going to get rich saving that kind of money. But when you look at it over a 20-year period, and when you look at the different plans and the programs that you can do, depending on how much money you want to put forward. Like, we showed you this plan with the $2,800 down, and you could see your payback. The amount of payback is in 5 years. Now, I mean, that's respectable. In 5 years. And with the money that you're saving, let's say you have a big monster house. a big 6,000 square foot house, and you're guzzling energy from CLMP. Well, I mean, with the right situation, your bill can virtually be eliminated. So, or let's say you save $100 a month, or let's say $200 a month. What would you do with an extra $200 a month? Wouldn't you put it towards your kid's education? Wouldn't you put it towards a rainy day fund instead of giving it to CLMP? Hey, nothing against CLMP. They've been here forever. They do an excellent job. But times change. And when times change, you have to make the adjustments. You have to change with the times. And by putting a solar generating plant, and that's what you're doing. I mean, think about that. If you see what's going on in Germany, we showed you in some of the earlier clips that we've done. In Germany, they're putting solar panels on virtually everything that doesn't move. And I'm not kidding you. I mean, they actually have guys that drive around and look. And like the one guy in the clip, he saw this big, beautiful barn. And he walks up to the people and he says, "How would you like to rent your roof?" Rent my roof? It ain't doing nothing now. I'd be happy to rent it to you. And guys, it's so simple. It's so simple. And now, with the rebates and with the financial programs that the government is giving us, they are telling us, they are saying, guys, we want you to take advantage of this technology. And we want to rally the people around Danbury. And what I'd like to do is, eventually, each week, what I'd like to do is I'd like to have houses listed. Rich, I called such and such company. This is what happened. This is how much it's going to be. I said yes, I said no, and we put a check mark, and hopefully, by the holidays, we'll have 250 homes hooked up, and we can give the mayor a check for $100,000.
Wow. Rich,
Yeah,
can you get solar energy in the state of New York?
that's a good question. Yeah, Val, I don't know if everybody heard. Val's working on the, she's working on the crew today, and she asked if we can get, if this is available in New York State. And believe it or not, when I first saw the Solar City truck, it was in Brewster. Yeah, and when I went home, like I told you on the show, when I went home, I looked it up on the internet and I fell in love with Elon Musk. I mean, when you see somebody that does something for the common good. And the other day, they had a shareholders meeting. And they were talking about dealerships. And he says, you know what? He says, we really don't want to get into dealerships. We don't want to get into making a profit on servicing our products. All the other car companies, bring it in, we'll charge you for this. No. The Tesla has so few moving parts. It's got no transmission. Look at the last show. Go to after you watch this one, go to show 17, and Tesla motor is gonna blow you away. I'm telling you, when they come, I'm telling people right now, I'm making a commitment that within 2 years I'll be driving a Tesla. I'll tell you what, most people are gonna be driving Teslas. Because like everybody said, from Jay Leno to Adam Carolla to virtually everybody and their brother, once you get behind the wheel of an electric car, you'll never go back to a gas car, never. And when you're driving an electric car, you gotta remember, you're only using one pedal. That's all. Now, speaking of electric cars, Elon Musk said in his board meeting that within the year, they would have the Tesla superchargers installed on all the major interstates in the United States so that a family could take a vacation in a Tesla and never have to worry about being able to quick charge it. Because they have a quick charging station which only takes 20 minutes to charge the entire car, which will give you almost a range of 300 miles. Unheard of for an electric car. So yours truly is working down in Greenwich, and there's 2 service areas that they knocked down right outside of Greenwich. They just bulldozed them over, and they started brandy new. They put up brandy new convenience centers with the McDonald's and the Dunkin' Donuts and this and that, and it's gorgeous. And they got all the gas pumps, all the mobile gas pumps, all the old fossil fuel gas pumps sitting there. And it's funny because I talked to the electrician on the job, and we were talking about solar power. And of course he's interested, and he wants to, we're actually going to do a project on his house. But anyway, getting back, and John, we're going to roll clip number, I think it was the last one, number 10. And guys, just to show you that Elon Musk is a man of his word, and just to show you how happy he made me, John, roll that clip. It's sideways, so Bill. All right, guys, I'm at, this is on I-95 around exit 5, brandy new service station. This is the sign of the old times, and you're not gonna believe this. Wait till you see this. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm not making this up. Look at this. Unbelievable. What does that say? And here it is, the real thing. The real McCoy. Unbelievable as it is. Hey, here's the guy. Are you working on this? Excuse me. Are you working on this system? No? Okay. Guys, he's a man of his word. And I mean, you saw it right here on Who's Telling the Truth. I mean, we spare no expense at bringing you the up-to-date news. But yes, we have another question.
I live in a condominium.
A condominium.
So here you go. We've got obviously buildings attached, 6 in each building. Will that work for the solar hookup?
Guys, I'm going to give you a phone number here. Dave, I'm going to give you this phone number.
Okay.
650-963-47.
Hang on, stay
Just say it out.
still,
Just say it out.
stay still.
4779. You got that?
Just, Richie, let me pull this out.
All right, focus in there.
There we go, okay.
No, you're still not focused. What happened? There we go. 650-963-4779. What you want to do is call there and ask for Tim Knepp. I lost my sheet. Tim Knepp, and tell him that you spoke to Rich in Danbury. You want a satellite picture of your house, and you want to see if you qualify. And the most important thing is, if you go ahead with the project, you want to make sure, absolutely positively sure, that the referral money that you're going to generate for the company goes to Who's Telling the Truth with Rich Frascone and the city of Danbury. We want to keep that money in a fund so that by the holidays, hopefully, we can give the mayor a nice fat check. Can you imagine how happy we'd make everybody in this community? So guys, let's see. Stand behind us. It's time to get off the pot. You know the old saying, smoke them or get off the pot. So if you guys You guys want to show what kind of stuff you're made out of? Pick up the phone, pick it up right now, leave a message, say, Tim, call me back, because Tim's home. Call me back tomorrow. I want a satellite picture of my roof taken. I want to see if I can contribute to the people of Danbury. And I tell you, the mayor will appreciate it, and I want to thank Mayor Mark. I really want to thank him for endorsing it. Everybody, we'll see you next week, and we'll let you know how everything's going. We'll let you know how everybody made out. How are we doing with that?